Oh, that was my grandfather's brother, Joe Belain. Yeah, he was a whaleman all his life. From the time he was, I guess, 12 or 14 years old. And he worked up to first mate. But he never would go skipper. He said he didn't want all the responsibility of skippering a ship. Yeah, the story is that when he died in 1926, they brought him to Gay Head. He died in New Bedford. He had been retired for years. He was an old man. And when they brought him to Gay Head in the hearse and took the body into the church for the services, the story is this pigeon flew in from the sea and lit on the hearse and sat there all during the funeral services. And then when they brought the body out, it flew out to sea again. They even had a piece about it, and believe it or not, by Ripley. Yeah, they thought it was a very singular thing, and there's been a lot of theories on what caused it, but and believe it or not, by Ripley, they said they thought it was something to do with his efforts to help conserve the passenger pigeon. But I don't think anybody knows really whether it was just coincidental or whether it was nature's way of paying a tribute or what. But whether it did have some significance to his life in the sea, I don't think we'll ever know. But it was a very singular thing, though, that pigeons would fly at that exact time in from the sea, sit on the hearse all during the funeral service, and fly back out to sea again. Yeah, because he went all over the world whaling. He went whaling, I guess, for 40 years or more. He went all over the world. He used to go up north, hunting bowheads, and I guess he went all down through the Pacific, and he'd really been around.
Was he a Belain on your mother's side of the family?
Yeah, he was her father's brother, Joe, yeah.
Did she know him?
Yeah, she remembered him. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. She said that he always used to come in January when he was whaling. She was a little girl, and said he had plenty of money, first mate. He was an old bachelor. He never married. And said he always used to bring all the kids presents and candy and fresh fruit. And she said, boy, that was like Santa Claus. When he'd come in January, they'd see that fancy carriage coming down through the road in the homestead. Here comes Uncle Joe. She says there was some screaming and yelling, running around, because he'd always give them, presents and candy. And oh, yeah, she remembered him well, because she said she was quite hurt. He died in 1926, I think, and nobody even told her about it. She came down to Edgartown to do some shopping. She happened to go in, I think she said, the fish market, and there was a Gazette laying there, and there was a picture of him in his funeral. He'd been dead and buried. Nobody even told her, and she was very upset about it. Yeah, she thought quite a lot of him. Yeah.
Had he lived in New Bedford?
He lived there. I don't know how long he lived there, but he must have lived there from the time he got through whaling, I guess, until he died. Yeah, he never came back to the island to live, I don't think.
And he had grown up in the Belain homestead?
Yeah, that was his homestead up at Gay Head. He should have some remembrance. It was a very singular thing, though.